Good afternoon, everyone. Zeynep Babir here, VP of Sales with 8Twelve Mortgage. If you're a licensed mortgage agent, we've got an exciting opportunity you'll want to hear about. This opportunity provides corporate stability, unlimited earning potential, and career growth opportunities. Here with us today is Joseph Dalal, an internal mortgage agent with 8Twelve. We're going to talk about Joseph's journey and some of the benefits of this role. I'm sure a lot of you guys will resonate with some of the things he'll be discussing as well. Joseph, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Joe. I was originally a realtor and a mortgage agent back in 2018, 2017. I didn't do any mortgages at first, and then switched over to the the real estate side. After that, I obviously got back into mortgages and joining 8Twelve 2022, 2021.
It's been that long, eh, Joe?
Yeah, it's been 5 years almost. Yeah. And just seeing the growth of the company, the growth of the team, growth of management, it's been like really unique. With that, that's one of the reasons why the opportunity of being here and staying here is strong, right? With our partnerships, with I guess the corporate setting that we're in, it's not like any other brokerage. Mm-hmm. It's been fulfilling here.
So Joe, take us back a little bit. Before becoming an IMA, what were some of the struggles that you faced as an independent agent?
The main struggle was the opportunities that I was getting as an independent agent. Okay. So honestly, just when it comes to leads, there wasn't enough as an independent agent. And
how has that changed for you in your internal role?
Immensely, right? Like the opportunities are endless here, especially with the partnerships that we have, mm-hmm. from financial institutions to, financial companies,
financial advisors, realtor brokerages.
Real estate brokerages. Like it's a lot different compared to the independent side.
So if someone was interested in this opportunity, I'm sure we're going to talk about more of the benefits and what that looks like. But on a daily basis, how many new opportunities can they be looking forward to? Or are you handling new opportunities every single day?
Hundreds and hundreds a month. Like it's every day would be, we're getting about 20 leads every single day. And converting that over to actual deals, it's upwards of like 15 to 20 deals a month.
Okay. So talking about conversion, the industry standard is generally less than 2% conversion because a lot of people are chasing after the same opportunities.
Yeah.
There's a lot of online leads that, people are competing for. Yeah. So typically the conversion rates on those opportunities are less than 2%. Yeah. I'm sure, our listeners are probably going to agree with me. But when it comes to our referral partnership opportunities, what's the conversion rate? Is it 5%, 10%? Are we talking 20, 25 or more?
I think it's more, isn't it? Like it's closer to like the 50% mark or something.
I know, right? The answer. I'm asking you.
I think it's close to that 50% mark for sure, right?
Depending on the transaction type, absolutely. You're looking at conversion rates of 20, 25% at the minimum.
Yeah.
That means every 1 out of 4 person or 1 out of 5 people that you speak with, that's a converted opportunity. That's a closed deal.
Yeah.
So think about how that will multiply your earning potential.
Yeah.
So as an independent agent, Joe, how many deals were you closing a month?
Maybe 2 to 3.
2 to 3. Yeah. Okay. Well, you're above average compared to the industry, the standard professional. Here, well, how does it differ? How many are you closing now?
10 to 15.
10 to 15.
Even 20 sometimes.
So that means I can't even count now what that did for your income.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a game changer for sure.
Okay. So let's talk about that because I'm sure, people listening to us are curious about what does that mean for you from an earning potential? Because when I started, I said unlimited earning potential and growth opportunity. So Joe, tell me, what can an internal mortgage agent at 8Twelve look forward to making in their first year?
First year, I mean, it's for sure more than what they would be making as an independent agent.
Okay.
It's what you put in, right? So even coming here internally, we're really fast paced. Like, um, compared to everyone else and at other brokerages, like, anyone can make up to 150K to 200K
Okay.
in their first year, right? It all depends on what you put in,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely. So you talked about the environment a little bit and, the support system, the built-in support system. Talk about that a little bit. Here, are you expected to do everything A to Z yourself, or are there different support systems that enable you to focus more on the sales side? And what does that look like?
Yeah. It's honestly, I think you guys emphasize it a lot that we're account managers, right? So the support system goes from underwriting, we have our funding administrators, we have our obviously senior management that helps out a lot as well, our BDMs, our business development managers. So everyone has a piece of the pie to make your job easier as an internal agent. So realistically, the only thing that what we have to do is just manage relationships, and making sure that file gets from point A to point Z. And those funding admins, the underwriters, the business development managers, senior management, like everyone's there to support and make sure that file goes from A to Z.
Okay, incredible. With all of the built-in support, your dedicated underwriters, your funding admin support, is it fair to say that's been able to free up a lot of your time so you can focus on the client relationships and nurturing your
Yeah.
partner relationships and just focusing on the client experience as a result?
Yeah, for sure. It scales your business to another level, right? Like it's like every internal agent here has their own business within the firm, right? And so having those underwriters, those funding admins that are taking care of like the background work essentially frees up so much more time for you to go and chase more business and, establish better relationships and, get more leads.
Okay. Let's talk about the technology piece of it. How has, the technology that you're using day to day, which is our proprietary end-to-end submission platform, been able to change the way you work, change the way you conduct your business?
It's unbelievable. I think it's one of the most user-friendly platforms that's out there in the industry. Getting your file from, the part of where the leads are all the way to file funded and compliance and all of that stuff, like really it's completely simplified.
So it's
Right.
an end-to-end platform that allows you to manage your business in one simple platform without having to go to multiple,
Yeah.
use multiple tools because it's all in one.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's why it's all in one, and especially with AI integration that's getting involved in it, it makes it way more easier than it was.
Knowing what you know about the internal mortgage agent role, for those that are listening to us, what would be is some advice you can give, our listeners who may be looking for a more stable opportunity, or that they may be struggling with leads or running their business on their own, or lacking support? What would be your advice to them?
I would say being here has that training aspect to really grow yourself from a beginner to an intermediate. It really helps you grow in your own way, right? So from all of the training that we've gotten and all the help with it, that it's taken me from a sort of a beginner standpoint into a more expert role in the mortgage field.
Okay. Well, Joe, I want to thank you for sharing your journey with us and your insights. Hi, Parker.
Hey, Zeynep, thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. Let's talk about your journey a little bit. How did you get into the internal mortgage agent role? What were you doing before that?
I was independent prior to. Obviously, it was tough to grow a business from nothing, but licensed newly, I'm not sure I quite knew how to spell the word mortgage. Ultimately, I found this opportunity thanks to you and our director, Bilal, and kind of here I am today.
Okay, well, it's great to have you here. Before becoming an internal mortgage agent, Parker, what were some of the challenges you were facing or struggling with as an independent agent?
Leads.
Okay.
As simply put as that. It was difficult to find referral partners, connect. Obviously, when you're making cold calls to everybody, the turnover is not entirely high. Difficult to kind of break through those walls and get any kind of realtors, financial advisors, lawyers. It's difficult to start those partnerships, right?
Yeah. So I'm sure a lot of agents that are listening to us today can resonate with a lot of the things that you're saying. So struggling with leads, creating opportunities, and running your own business must be really tough. So how does this opportunity differ from being an independent?
Night and day.
Okay.
I have a dedicated assistant or funding admin, a dedicated underwriter. Ultimately, the resources now turn me from having 1 or 2 files fund in my first year to having over 100 in the last 12 months.
That's incredible.
Yeah, the learning opportunity alone and having the resources and the backup within yourself, our director of underwriting, my underwriter specifically, who is lender facing, to allow me to essentially just manage partnerships. It's not so much building my business as it is account maintenance. So the turnaround on learning the industry, optimizing my efficiencies and making more money has been massive in such a short amount of time.
That's amazing. So let's talk about the dedicated built-in support. You mentioned you have a dedicated underwriter. You also have a dedicated funding administrator that basically takes care of all of your administrative tasks, like preparing your signature packages, your compliance packages, handling client communication, from chasing for documentation. When you were independent, did you have any type of assistance or support?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No, you're basically a one-man show. And not that that's not important to learn the ropes, but when you're freed up to do things that are a little bit more important, like manage accounts, basically maintain partnerships that are kind of already set up for you, given all of our strategic partners through 8Twelve, it frees your time up to do what's more important. When you have a dedicated underwriter who's all things back-end lender facing, your time can be better allocated towards partners and clients. When you have a funding admin who's dedicated to you, opposed to documentation upload and compliance and all that super fun stuff, it frees up more of my time to do more business.
Wonderful, wonderful. So would you say that, having that support has allowed you to free up all that time? So in turn, you're able to close countless number of files a month, as opposed to when you were independent, maybe 1, maybe 2 a month?
Massive
If that's
difference. Massive difference.
Okay.
Yeah, first year was only 2 in the year, right? Starting off, again, being completely green to the industry. And like I said, the last 12 months is over 100. Like... What a difference.
And how long have you been in the industry? Remind us, Parker.
Less than 3 years.
Less than 3 years. I remember when you joined us, one of the first things you said, I think after a couple of months, was spending 2 months here has taught me more than in the last 2 years.
Massive difference.
What do you attribute that to? So for those that are listening to us today, what kind of support environment do you have here as an internal agent?
So having so many people, and yourself included, that are always available in one way or another, like when you're in office and can walk 10 feet and find 3 different people who have been in the industry for 10 plus years, you know where to get your answers.
Yeah.
Like what a simple way to learn, get things done, but ultimately just help people save money. And I think that's what the whole structure here is kind of built around, is like the Google reviews alone. The kind of client and partner satisfaction is such a big part of what we do that it kind of changes the way you think about business, and again takes you away from being somebody who needs to get this done to get a paycheck, to now it's what is in my client's, my partner's best interest, and we're going to get it done given the partnerships we have with our lenders alone, right? All that top tier status for preferential treatment, costs, and so on. It really just makes things easier.
Amazing. So let's talk about those referral partnerships. I think that was probably one of the biggest differentiators for you, struggling with chasing after leads and the next opportunity and not having the support as an independent agent, having to do everything yourself. Here in this opportunity, you have dedicated partnerships that are big enterprise companies, financial advising companies, realtor brokerages, and so many other partnerships in the mix that are giving you a really strong pipeline. How has that changed your business?
I no longer waste time on cold calling.
Okay.
Again, it's more of account management. So provided you kind of know what you're doing, and with that comes a little bit of time, obviously effort to learn, but not that you don't have the resources to do so. As long as you know what you're doing and provide the best steps for every client's specific situation, you're building that partnership, right? It's all about the relationship that you simply maintain, which is easily done when the introduction has already been done for you.
Okay.
So,
and what would you say are the conversion rates on referral opportunities that you're dealing with today, as opposed to maybe, Facebook or Google or other online generated leads that you may have been, dealt with in the past? I know the answer, but I want to hear from you.
In regards to my team, I'm not sure. For myself, it might be close to 40%.
Okay.
But again, it's about relationships and managing that. It really is simple when the introduction's already been dealt with.
Yeah.
You take it from there, and you've already started on a pretty good foot. So
that's incredible. Considering that the general conversion rate in the industry when it comes to online generated leads or otherwise is less than 2%, you're talking about 40% conversion rates. Let's be conservative. I mean, say 20, 25%. So that means every 1 out of 4, 1 out of 5 person you're talking to, that's a closed deal. So in the past, maybe you were speaking to 200 people and be closing a few, and now you're talking to 10 people and closing, almost 2.
Yeah.
Like less than that, far more than that, I mean.
But there's no wasted time.
Yeah.
Everything is built to kind of streamline how we get things done, how we save people money, get them into homes, keep their homes, whatever the case may be. Ultimately, it looks good on our pockets as well, but that's a little bit besides the point.
Well, I mean, for those that are listening to us, I think that is probably a very important point as well. So let's get to the nitty gritty. If someone's interested in this opportunity and they want to know what could they potentially earn in their first year as an internal mortgage agent, could that look like?
Oof. In terms of a number?
Yeah, let's talk numbers.
Okay. End of my first year, 90, 100.
Okay.
Somewhere in there. Obviously, it depends. There are opportunities out there that at the time maybe I didn't seize properly. Mm-hmm. But coming into being an internal agent with 8Twelve, if you're open-minded, you kind of can't fail. Like the resources you have available, you're basically set up. The ball's on the tee. You just have to swing.
That's incredible. So is it fair to say that somebody starting in their first year, following the process and really just dedicating themselves to this role can easily earn over 6 figures within their first 12 to 15 months?
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of this role. When you first start, you actually have a 15-month production period. So we understand that it takes time to build a pipeline. You're dedicated these referral partnerships. You have the support of your business development managers in the East and the West, bringing constant opportunities to the table. I can confidently say over 90% of our opportunities come from referral partnerships. This is what makes this opportunity really, really unique. And it's been a game changer, not only for you, but for the rest of the team. And now we're looking for much more talent to come on. If you feel that this opportunity resonates with you and you want to find out more, we welcome you to reach out to us and to have more discussions and see if this is a fit for you. But let's shift gears a little bit, Parker, and tell me a little bit about how this opportunity has, maybe perhaps provided more personal growth and also life-work balance.
Yeah, personal growth, is massive. Not only has it taught me a lot personally in terms of buying properties and investing money, my own financial wealth, the income from this position aside, what I've learned within the last couple of years, it set me up so that at least I know how to get to where I wanted to go. Where prior to, maybe I had goals and no legitimate route on how to reach them. Mm-hmm. But it's taught me how to properly manage my wealth. Work-life balance, ultimately for me, it has been a little bit of a case of assuming this as part of my personality, right? Like what I do every day is mortgages, and I love what I do. I have zero complaints. It's simply an aspect that I don't have a problem with taking a phone call at 9 p.m., right? It's ultimately, given, again, the relationships that I've built, I'm more than happy to extend a little bit beyond when I know that my time is valued by my partners, my clients, by the entire team here. Like to build everything that I've built in the short amount of time, not to pat myself on the back, but to build a little bit of trust. It's made a massive difference in terms of flexibility with you guys and how I can manage my workload.
I think you're being very humble there. I mean, obviously your success, the built-in structure and everything else is obviously helping you grow your business, but you putting that much dedication and time and effort into this role is what really makes you successful. The model is set so that if you are following the rules and following the technology and the processes, there's no reason why anyone can't succeed in this role, which is really exciting. That's why this model's worked really well for us. Now, looking back, do you wish you had found out about this opportunity well before?
Immediately. Once I got licensed, I wish I had known this was a thing.
Okay.
But ultimately, trial and error.
Yeah.
After some time, figuring out how difficult it truly is, I think it allowed me to appreciate this all that much more.
Yeah.
But yeah, had I have known, I would have taken advantage right away.
So what would be your advice to some of the mortgage professionals listening to us today about this opportunity? If they're on the fence, if they're struggling with leads or, struggling with running their own business on their own without proper structure, what would you say to them?
Oof. Why wouldn't you give it a shot? It's so worth, again, the learning aspect alone, to kind of realize if you are a veteran in the industry, then obviously you understand building a book of business is not overly easy, right? And when you simply have to manage a book that's already been built, what a simple way to further your career, make more money for yourself, but build relationships that will last forever. That way you never have to cold call.
It's amazing. Well, thank you, Parker. I want to thank you for sharing your journey with us and your insights. I'm sure those that listen to us are probably intrigued and will want to know more about this opportunity. But thank you for your time. And I know much bigger success is waiting for you ahead. And we are truly lucky to have you as a part of our team.
Thank you, Zeynep.
Thank you. Tiana, welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, good to have you. Before becoming an internal mortgage agent, tell us about what you were doing.
What wasn't I doing? Okay. I was an external agent, running the whole business myself, doing all of the paperwork, all of the lead chasing, trying to find lead generating companies and different avenues of lead generation, and struggling.
Okay. Well, I was going to lead into what kind of struggles you had, but I'm sure a lot of our listeners are probably going to resonate with what you're saying. So how has the internal mortgage agent opportunity turned that around for you?
Well, I went from having a pipeline that I wouldn't want to show anyone to one that I can now brag about, that, there's hundreds of deals coming my way at all times. And, it's refreshing to feel that whatever drive I put forth is what I will see in return.
Incredible. So talking about the unlimited opportunities and growth opportunities, and earning potential, you talked about, the ample amount of leads that you're working with. Where are these leads coming from? What kind of leads are these?
So primarily they are partnership leads that, I would consider a very, very warm lead. In this industry, you get a lot of cold leads and a lot of mistrust, but these leads that I'm receiving are warmed up for me. They're coming to me ready and trusting, already. So it's really just about applying my knowledge to the file.
Okay. And servicing those clients and making sure they have the best solution possible. So it's less about, chasing and more about service, would you say?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay, wonderful. So speaking of conversion rates, we talked about the cold leads or the competitor leads and, all agents really competing for the same opportunities. The conversion rates on those opportunities tend to be in the industry less than 2%. Whereas here, dealing with trusted referral sources that are sending you these opportunities because there's already an established relationship there, the conversion rates are anywhere between 20 to 40% case by case. So every 1 out of 4, 1 out of 5 person you're talking to, or even 1 out of 3, you're converting into a funded opportunity, which, for our listeners today, to put into perspective, as an independent agent, and you can just maybe give us a range. What kind of income potential were you looking forward to in your first year as opposed to the internal role?
When I was an external agent, I felt really good if I had a deal per month. So we all know what that looks like.
Sure.
Versus here, I believe in myself and I think I will get to be a top tier earner. I can hit the volume bonuses that I'm looking for here.
Absolutely. On average, our team members are closing anywhere between 10 to 15 plus deals a month. I know, speaking to a lot of independent agents, closing 1 to 2, 3 maybe is a successful month. But on the contrary, here, you're looking at minimum 8, 10, 15 deals a month,
Absolutely.
which can quadruple, if not more, than that, your income. Okay, so can we touch on some of the benefits of, this role, essentially, as an internal agent, and what kind of built-in support do you have access to?
Oh, the built-in support, my favorite part. So as an external agent, you know that you are underwriting your own deals. You are, putting your signing packages and compliance packages together, which was the bane of my existence. I will not sugarcoat that whatsoever. Over here, my role is very client focused, some document collection, but in terms of having the support of my underwriter to put the package together in the end and, communication with the lenders honestly saves me a complete work week with how much they do. And then even just having, an assistant that does all of the DocuSigns were so tedious. I genuinely cannot express that enough. Getting all the little boxes right, taking that off my plate, it was detrimental, honestly.
Okay. How would you say our proprietary platform, Infinite, has helped you in your business day to day?
Oh, tremendously. It is so streamlined. It keeps everything in order. Just being able to see the different stages that all of my deals are at, having their, partnership referral attached to that, and just being able to keep notes and track of everything in one spot is so helpful.
Okay, amazing. So, Tiana, what advice would you give to, a mortgage professional listening to us who may be faced with similar challenges of leads and running your own business and lack of support in administration? What advice would you give them?
Don't wait for it.
Don't wait for it, okay?
My advice genuinely would be that opportunities like this don't come along that often in this industry. I'm sure we've all scrolled through LinkedIn and other sites. They're all totally commission-based and probably still, not receiving much support. So I think this is a really unique position and one with unlimited growth opportunity.
Amazing. So listening to everything you had to share, first and foremost, thank you for your insight and sharing your journey with us. This sounds like a game-changing opportunity for, someone that is trying to run their own business, but really is looking for a corporate structure and unlimited opportunity from an earning perspective as well as growth opportunity. So for those that are interested, if what we talked about resonates with you, please feel free to reach out to us to discuss the opportunity more. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you, Tiana.